Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Sean here, and welcome to another semi-realistic Madden 18 rebuild. Today, we're going to be rebuilding the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, seeing as they are next in the draft order, even though they didn't pick at 7, since they did, of course, trade that to the Bills. But let's do a quick little roster overview, shall we? So, of course, we got Jameis Winston. He's got quick dev. He's only 23 still. Definitely got a lot of room to grow, and the plus side is we can definitely get him on a cheap long-term contract since he's such a low overall. Running back, just drafted Ronald Jones II. I gave him quick dev. I mentioned the last rebuild, I do have trouble developing running backs myself, number one. Number two, I also mentioned last video, I like giving these new rookies a little bit of development, a little bit of something to make it a little bit interesting. And I said a little bit like 10 times in that sentence. On to receivers, we got Mike Evans, of course, Deshaun Jackson, new addition in the offseason. Adam Humphries, solid receiver, probably going to be like a number 4 guy. Chris Godwin, this is a guy that I'm interested in developing. Number 1, he's 21 years old. Number 2, he's got quick dev. Number 3, he's already got pretty good stats, and he's already 78. So definitely going to try to keep him around in the long term. We're going to put him in the slot and see if he can get the majority of the targets, because that's typically what happens. Cameron Brate, I've got on the trade block. You might have seen that. O.J. Howard, of course, has quick dev as well, 80 overall. Very, very fast. Very quick. Hopefully we can develop him. I also have trouble developing tight ends because tight ends and running backs are not positions that I focus my training on. The offensive line is decent, not bad. Ali Marpet's pretty good. He's got quick dev. Ryan Jensen's decent, but I don't know, he doesn't have any development. So we can keep him around for now. Oh, wow. He's actually better than I thought. We'll keep him around for now, though, for sure. Evan Smith, old, not good. DeMar Dotson, again, old, pretty decent, but old. So definitely trying to revamp the O-line. Jason Pierre-Paul, I would actually like to get rid of as soon as possible. Vinny Curry is actually pretty good. He's not great, but I got the job done for the time being. He's an 87 as well. Mitch Unrein, I think that's how you say his name, is also on the trade block. Gerald McCoy, of course, in the middle with Vita Vea. Also got quick dev. This dude is nice, by the way. Like, he's going to be really good. Kendall Beckwith, he was a rookie last year. I don't know if he's going to develop at all. We'll see. Quan Alexander's pretty good. He's also only 23, which is very nice. I did sign C.O. Moore in free agency just to have a nice backup linebacker for us. And, of course, we do have Levante David, again, with quick dev. Very good player. On to the secondary, though. Secondary is a little bit lacking. Brent Grimes, 34 years old. He is an 85 overall with quick dev. I mean, this is going to be his last usable season. But Vernon Hargreaves, I just butchered his name. Vernon Hargreaves, he really needs to develop because, well, actually, I don't know how he played this past season in real life, but so far, to me, he's looking like a little bit of a bust. But he is only 22. Maybe he can turn it around. Carlton Davis, another nice young corner, gave him quick dev as well. Number 1, just because he's a real life rookie. And number 2, I actually really liked him coming out of college. He was one of my top-rated corners personally. So we'll see if that holds true in this upcoming season, if he's going to be good or not. Safeties are not great. Chris Conte is not very good. And I did sign Eric Reed just to play strong safety because Keith Tandy was our starting strong safety, and that's disgusting. Chandler Catanzaro apparently signed with the Bucs. I did not realize that. And Brian Anger is also our punter. All right, and we do have some trade offers here as well this week. So let's look at them from Mitch Unrein. We'll take this one from the Colts. And we do have offers for Cameron Brate as well. Let's check these out. A bunch of third-round picks, some second-round picks next year. First round from the Cardinals. I will gladly take that. Thank you. So we do have some offers here for JPP, and I was hoping for a first-round pick. So I think I'm actually going to hold on to him for the time being. simply because I did not sign Robert Ayers when I first started this, which I should have. And he is only 28, so he's still going to be usable for a little bit, so we can cut this guy. I did throw Brent Grimes on the trade block, though, so we're actually going to see if we get an offer really quick. And we do not. Well, how unfortunate. Alright guys, so we're here at the end of season number 1, and obviously we did not make the playoffs. We went 6-10 with the Falcons winning the division at 13-3. So, taking a look at stats, our offense was 10th in the NFL, and our defense was 30th. So obviously the defense was really holding us back. Jameis actually had quite the season, almost 5,000 yards, 4,900. 41 touchdowns, led the league actually in passing TDs, 19 picks, 62%. Not too bad. Picks a little high, but can't really complain. Ronald Jones, okay. Part of this is I'm running a spread scheme, so my running back's not going to do a lot anyway. Usually, at least, that's how it works out. But he had almost 900 yards, 9 touchdowns, 4 fumbles, though, which is gross. I don't know. We'll see if we need to change something up at running back. But on to receiving, Mike Evans leading the team, 95 catches, 1,200 yards, 6 touchdowns. Chris Godwin, quite the year. Like I said, the slot is deadly. For anybody you want to develop, 92 catches, 1,300 yards, 10 touchdowns. Deshaun Jackson, almost 1,000 yards, was 2 off, with 9 touchdowns as well. And O.J. Howard actually had quite a good rookie year, 600 yards and 7 TDs. Offensive line was not good. The left side really struggled, unfortunately. Onto defense, though, led by Quan Alexander, 134 tackles, 2 sacks, and 2 picks. Sacks were led by Vinny Curry with 18.5. What do you mean? That's ridiculous. Levante David, 9.5. Gerald McCoy, 9.5. JPP's 4. Gross. Wow. Levante David had a pick, 2, which is pretty cool. Vernon Hargraves had 5 picks. Brent Grimes with 4. And a few guys with 2 each. Kicking was disgusting. Punting, not too bad, it looks like. We did have 1 kick return for a touchdown with Deshaun Jackson and no punt returns for touchdowns. So on to some awards. Russell Wilson wins MVP, and Jameis Winston actually comes in 10th. Coach of the Year, no way. What? The Browns go 8-7-1 with Tyrod Taylor. Cool. All right, so Jameis Winston in 7th for Offensive Player of the Year. Defensive Player of the Year, we don't have anybody. Offensive Rookie goes to Mitch Trubisky. Chris Godwin comes in 3rd. Ronald Jones comes in 4th. That's good to see, though. Defensive Rookie of the Year. Well, we had Vita Vea and Carlton Davis, and they didn't really do much. Best QB, Jameis Winston, comes in 4th. Best running back, no one there. Best receiver, Chris Godwin in 3rd. Mike Evans in 9th. Best O-line, I doubt it. Nope. Best D-line, Vinny Curry in 4th. All right. Best LB, we do have Levante David at 7. Best DB, we got Vernon Hargraves at 5. And, yeah, there's no way we're going to have Catanzaro up there for best kicker. So a pretty interesting Super Bowl matchup here. We got the Chargers beating the Eagles 38-22. Good for the Chargers, I guess. But then again, like, kind of hate them for moving to Los Angeles. And by hate them, I mean the owners, of course, not really the team itself. But we do have Brent Grimes to make a decision on. He only wants a 1-year deal for $7 million. And Eric Reed. Eric Reed is not bad. He really can't tackle for anything, though. I guess he's got like 13,000 XP, maybe, so I could pump his tackling up a little bit. But 4-year deal for $16 million, that's not too bad. If he accepts that, all right, we'll take that. And Brent Grimes. Let me see if there's anybody better in free agency, and I might bring him back. Well, instead of bringing, Brent Grimes back, For whatever reason, the Chargers were interested in George Fant. I really do not know why, because he's garbage and has slow dev. But took him, Cameron Lynch, in a 5th rounder this year for Jason Verrett. So I would gladly take that any day of the week. So it looks like our only free agency signing is going to be Isaiah Wynn, who is always a free agent for whatever reason. He and Sony Michel, it's like the Patriots just don't want any of their draft picks ever. And I was just looking through there, and I noticed that he gets superstar, and I was like, yes, please. Get on my team as fast as possible. So that's what I did. That is going to be extremely, extremely helpful. Anytime you get a offensive lineman with superstar, you definitely want to get him. Also, another thing of note, Chris Godwin got superstar dev as well from making a Pro Bowl appearance, so that's nice. Deshaun Jackson really took a nosedive in overall. Went from an 86 to an 81 or 82 in 1 year, which kind of blows. But I got a little bit more scouting to do here, and then we're going to get on to this draft. Alright guys, so we're here after the draft, and I will say it was a very up and down draft. Started off with a down. So, with our first pick, with a guaranteed superstar player on the board, we took slow dev Trey Lamar from Clemson. In my defense, the guaranteed superstar was a defensive tackle, and that is one position that we do not need whatsoever. This guy actually looked really good as a prospect. He's pretty decent all around, really. Just got slow dev. He's even got decent zone coverage off the bat. So, I mean, he's not a bad player whatsoever. It's just the dev sucks. So, I even miss on my picks sometimes, but that's okay. With our second pick, though, we took wide receiver Marquise Brown from Oklahoma. In real life, he's a lot skinnier than 182. I think he's like 162 or something, but he's going to have to really bulk up a bit in the NFL. But he's got 97 speed, which is pretty sick. He was also like the 4th best player in the draft. I took him in the 2nd round. And here is another big up. So we took this superstar dev left tackle, which is just going to be absolutely amazing. I'm actually going to move him to right tackle, I suppose. And then we got a quick dev center here. We got normal dev right guard, but he's pretty good. And then we took these two guys who were actually both projected to go undrafted. And they're really not bad players. They both had like 7.0 combine grades, which is what drew my eye. I don't know. I think it was a decent draft. I mean, definitely not one of my better ones, but we'll see how it plays out. Okay, and we do have a trade offer here for Deshaun Jackson. Not super interested in any of these, really, to be honest, but I'm going to take this. Actually, what am I going to take? Yeah, I'll take the 2nd rounder from Detroit, I suppose. Alright, guys, so this is going to be the team for season number 2. So, Jameis Winston is up to an 88, which is just fantastic. Ronald Jones at an 83. Chris Godwin all the way up to an 88 after 1 year, which is just great. Starting a lot of rookies on the O-line, actually. 3 out of the 5 are rookies. Isaiah Wynn's a 1-year guy, and Ali Marpet, 3-year guy, but he's got quick dev, and I am focusing my training on the O-line, so the O-line's about to get super good, guys. I think everybody on the O-line except this guy right here has at least quick or superstar. I am starting Trey Lamar over Quan Alexander in hopes that he'll get Rookie of the Year and hopefully get bumped up from slow dev. We really need some new safeties, I will say that for sure. Chris Conte is gross. Carlton Davis is up to an 81, which is good. Vernon Hargreaves at a 79. Vita Vea at a 91 now after 1 year, which is sick. Vinny Curry and JPP, again, these guys are like, they're getting pretty old. They're getting pretty up there. So definitely need some new defensive ends. It's definitely something we got to focus on in the upcoming draft and free agency. But we'll see what we can do, guys. Hopefully we can improve on our 6 wins last year. So I said hopefully we improve on our record from last year, and look at that, baby. 10-6, and we make the playoffs, winning our division actually. Take a quick look at awards. We were 14th in the NFL in offensive yards and 29th in defense, so our defense still is some cheeks. Jameis Winston, another solid year from him. 4,700 yards, 32 touchdowns, 14 picks, completing 63% of his passes. Ronald Jones, oh wow. Okay, so interesting year from Ronald Jones. Almost 1,000 yards, 15 touchdowns, but still 7 fumbles, dude. That is, that's trash. Chris Godwin, though. My man apparently actually led the league in catches with 109, which is pretty sick. 1,200 yards, 9 TDs from him. Marquise Brown, 94 catches, 1,200 yards, 5 touchdowns. Mike Evans, almost 1,000 yards, 4 touchdowns. O.J. Howard, another solid year as well. Blocking, that's not good looking. But you know what? They've got a ton of XP that I have yet to use. So hopefully the sack numbers will be down next year. As for defense, Trey Lamar actually won Rookie of the Year. 152 tackles, 1 sack, 3 picks. Quite a nice year from him. Vinny Curry leading our team with 9.5 sacks. Not nearly as good in the sack department this year as last year, that is for sure. As for picks, though, Jason Verrett with 5, Eric Reed with 4, a few guys with 3. Kicking was better than last year. Punting also better than last year. No kick returns for touchdowns, but we do have a punt return for a touchdown with Marquise Brown. Let's look at awards now. Blake Bortles wins MVP. What the heck? Coach of the Year, Shiano's Ghost in 6th. Offense Player of the Year goes to Todd Gurley. And we got Jameis Winston in 7th. Defense Player of the Year, Trey Lamar in 2nd, dude. After Aaron Donald. That's pretty good. Anybody else? Nope. Offensive Rookie goes... Man, the Rams... This guy's a 65 overall. Are you kidding me, dog? What the heck? Oh, my God. This receiver, though, Cameron Berrien on the Bears, he was a guaranteed superstar. It looks like he turned out pretty well. Marquise Brown comes in 3rd, which is definitely good to see. Defensive Rookie of the Year goes to Trey Lamar. Fantastic. Best QB, we got Jameis in 3rd. Best running back, we got Ronald Jones in 10th, actually. Best receiver, Chris Godwin in 4th. Best O-line, nobody there. Best D-line, nobody there. Best LB, Trey Lamar in 4th. Levante David in 6th. Best DB, Jason Verrett in 3rd. Eric Reed in 8th. Okay. Best kicker? Nope. Alright, well, we gotta use some XP. Alright, guys, so as we head into our first playoff game in this rebuild, this is what the team is looking like. This team is pretty good. Not gonna lie, this team is really good, actually. Ronald Jones is up to a 90 now. Chris Godwin at a 94. Marquise Brown, 88. I mean, the O-line's looking really good. Trey Lamar is not the bust that we thought he could be. He got normal dev from Rookie of the Year, which is just great, up to an 85. Carlton Davis, 84. Vernon Hargreaves, even 83. And I didn't even use Jason Verrett's XP yet. Okay, well, let me do that really quick, and then we'll get into this game. Alright, so in the wild card round of the 2018 playoffs, we're going to be taking on the 10-5-1 Minnesota Vikings. So we went 10-6. We're in 83 overall. Really? That's terrible. They're in 87. So we're going to see what happens. Alright, so coming up on halftime here, guys. It's not looking great. We're down 20-10, 23-10 now. And we just can't stop them, it seems. So that is really unfortunate. We're going to be going home after playing our first game. What? I don't know if you guys noticed there, but on our last drive, we just ran the ball down the field. It's like we had no urgency to go and score. That was dumb. Great sim, Madden. Real great sim. So, not a good game from Jameis Winston. Dalvin Cook had quite the game. Ronald Jones, again, even with 99 carrying, still has a case of the fumbleitis. Yeah, really just not a good game all around. They only got 1 sack on us, but Eric Hendricks did pick us off. Very, very bad game. And it looks like the Chargers have won back-to-back Super Bowls, this time beating the Lions 30-24. So here on the first week of free agency, we're going to be making 1 trade. We're sending Ryan Jensen to the Cardinals for their 1-year free safety. I don't even know his first name. Hart, just because he's got quick dev, and we really need some safety help, and that quick dev is going to help out so much. What's this guy's name? Malcolm Hart. He's also 6'4", and he's got 88 speed, so if he can get his coverage and everything up, like, this guy could definitely be quite good. So the one and only free agency signing we're going to be making is this left outside linebacker. I don't remember his first name. And Lawrence Montgomery. This guy was actually one of the guaranteed superstars last year, but he was not a good player, as you can kind of see. But we definitely did need an outside linebacker, and he does have superstars, so maybe he can develop into something. I don't know, but he's really not good. So we'll see what happens. Alright guys, another very odd draft, I would say. With our first pick, we had 2 first-round picks. With our first one, we took C.J. Henderson, cornerback from Florida. He was one of the guaranteed superstars. He's actually very, very good, which is very good news because we definitely need some help at the cornerback position. And with our second first-round pick, we took A.J. Epinesa. I really don't know how you say his name, but right end from Iowa. He's pretty good too, just has normal dev. But yeah, he's definitely not a bad player though. First pick in the second round, we took Shenard Clady, middle linebacker. Definitely need a solid backup for Trey Lamar. And this guy's pretty good as well. Actually, where am I saying things go wrong? I don't know. And then we took a quarterback, surprise, surprise. And this guy has superstar dev. He's only a 70 overall, but the potential is definitely there. I really just took him because I definitely needed a backup quarterback. And I saw this guy, and I liked him. So, I mean, he's got superstar. And he's also like a combination of Sam Bradford and Jake Locker. So, knowing him, if injuries were on, he'd probably get like 6 concussions in a game while also tearing both ACLs at the same time. So, I don't know how that's going to go, but I mean, he's the backup, so that's okay. Then we got the safety, Rashad Wilcox. Again, not bad. It's going to take him a little bit to develop. Deshaun Hendricks, this was the guy who was slow. Main reason I drafted this guy was because he is 301 pounds, and he ran the 40 in 4.58 seconds, which is absolutely insane. But this guy's a hell of an athlete. Unfortunately, he's got slow dev. We took a right guard here. We took a running back who's not that great, but he's pretty fast. That's about it with him. And then this guy was actually the number 1 player in the draft, which is pretty cool. Took him in the 7th round, 85 overall fullback. So that does it for this draft. And we're going to get into Season 3. Alright guys, so this is what the team's looking like for Season number 3. Pretty much the same as it was when I last informed you guys of how everything was looking. Defense is a little bit different. We are starting C.J. Henderson. A.J. Epinesa is also starting. I cut Vinny Curry. That's about it. Not much else has changed. So let's see if we can repeat a playoff run this year and hopefully even do better than last year and make it out of the wild card round. That would be fantastic. Oh, baby. Alright guys, you already see that news story. Jameis Winston wins the MVP. We go 12-4 and we don't even win a division, dude. The Falcons are just so nasty on this game. Alright, so as for stats, we were 5th in offensive yards and 20th in defensive yards. Our defense is still struggling, man. Jameis, though, almost 5,200 yards, 32 touchdowns, 12 picks, 65% completion percentage. Ronald Jones, oh my gosh, Ronald Jones, the breakout year we've all been waiting for. Almost 1,100 yards, 15 touchdowns, and guess what? 0 fumbles, baby, let's go. It's about time he got over his fumbleitis with 99 carrying, dude. Chris Godwin led our team in catches, 94 with 1,000 yards, 6 touchdowns. Marquise Brown, 91 catches, almost 1,300 yards, 9 TDs. Mike Evans, 87 catches, 1,250 yards, and 9 touchdowns. And another solid year from O.J. Howard as well. As for blocking, it's still not the best. It could definitely improve. Defense led by Trey Lamar, again, 154 tackles, 1 sack, 1 pick. Sacks led by Gerald McCoy, of all people, 9 sacks. Levante David with 8.5. Levante David also had 5 picks, which led the team, which is pretty sick. Eric Reed had 4 picks. Lawrence Montgomery with 3. Kicking was much better again. Punting about the same as last year. No kick returns for touchdowns. No punt returns for touchdowns. So let's see if we won any awards besides MVP, which we all know goes to Jameis. Shiano's Ghost in 4th for Coach of the Year. Tyrod Taylor again winning Offensive Player of the Year. That's pretty crazy. Devontae Freeman stealing my award, man. Jameis Winston coming in 2nd for Offensive Player of the Year. Defensive player goes to Aaron Donald. DeMarcus Lawrence in 2nd. Trey Lamar in 3rd. Levante David in 4th. Offensive rookie, we didn't really have anybody. We had our fullback who came in 10th. Defensive rookie, we just missed out on. CJ Henderson coming in 2nd. We got Shenard Clady in 4th. AJ Epinesa in 5th. Best QB, Jameis Winston doesn't even win that. This is the part of Madden that I don't get its logic. That I win MVP but not best quarterback. But whatever. Jameis comes in 3rd. Best running back, we got Ronald Jones in 5th. Best receiver, we got Marquise Brown in 3rd. Mike Evans in 5th. Best O-line, we actually have some guys up here for once. Ali Marpet in 7th. That guy, Gayton in 8th. And Isaiah Wynn in 10th. Nobody for best D-line. Best LB does go to Levante David. Very well deserved, I will say, getting 5 picks. And Trey Lamar coming in 9th. Best DB, we got Eric Reed in 3rd. Best kicker, we finally got Chandler Catanzaro up there in 6th for best kicker. Alright, time to use some XP. Well, guys, I must say, this team is looking so nice. It's not perfect by any means, but this is a damn good team. Mike Evans is up to a 99. Chris Godwin is a 99. I don't know why he's a 97 there. Marquise Brown 95. O-line around the same as what it was. Some people went up. Jameis Winston up to a 94, 97 with confidence. Let's see, defense. Trey Lamar up to an 89. Lawrence Montgomery 85. Eric Reed 88. CJ Henderson 97. Let me do that, actually. Okay. Yeah, CJ Henderson 97, which is just insane. I think everything is how I want it to be after doing that. Yeah, it looks like it. So, let's get into this game. We went 12-4. The Packers went 9-7. We are a 91 overall now, and they're an 87. Let's get it, boys. All right, coming up on halftime here. It's a pretty tight game, 14-9 right now. Okay, they score. We score, though. Pull ahead a little bit, 21-15 in the 4th. Can we score? Okay, it's looking like the game is maybe in the bag. Maybe. Yep. All right. We're moving on to the divisional round, thankfully. Behind a very strong performance from Jameis Winston and a terrible performance from Aaron Rodgers, even though he did have 370 yards through 2 picks, no touchdowns. Not much going on the ground game for either team. Who the heck? Oh, I think he might have been one of the, he was one of the guaranteed superstars. So I assume he's pretty good. He kind of torched us a little bit. Jimmy Graham did too. But Marquise Brown did the same to them. Ronald Jones is credited with giving up 2 sacks. What the heck? All right. Did we have any sacks? We did. And Carlton Davis and Jason Verrett got a couple of picks. Very nice performance out of the team that time. So here we are in the divisional round, and we're taking on the 13-2-1 LA Rams. And this one's got me a little bit nervous because the Rams... Oh, we bumped up to a 95. Okay. The Rams are really good, though. They're 92. And I think they might have beaten us once during the regular season. All right, coming up on halftime here, guys. Now it's not looking good. It was looking all right for a while. It was really close. And, yeah, it's not looking good. Wait. Oh, come on. No way. No. Get a stop. Oh, my God, bro. What? Are you kidding me? The comeback of the century in the divisional round, dude. Oh, my God. All right. Jared Goff threw 5 touchdowns, too. And he threw 6 picks, bro? What the hell just happened in this game? Ronald Jones with 4 touchdowns? Wow. Oh, okay. Oh my God. That is insane. Just to show you guys I didn't force win that or anything, like, wow. I am like still a little bit in awe that we actually pulled that out. But we're moving on to the conference championship. And we're playing the 9-7 Lions. Are you serious, bro? Alright, well, that's good. I don't think the Lions are very good, so hopefully we can have an easy road to the Super Bowl here. And that would actually really help me out because I gotta start getting ready for work here soon. But let's get into this game. So they went 9-7, like I said. They're on 91 though. We'll see. So we're coming up on a halftime here, and we're currently up 24-9. They actually got a safety on us at one point, which was pretty weird. All right, score again. Can we? Oh no! You gotta be kidding me, bro. Yeah, no. You better score right here. You better score. You gotta be fucking kidding me, dude. You've gotta be fucking kidding me, bro. Why? Why you gotta do this? What? Come on. He threw 3 picks, not even a touchdown, bro. So, I guess our luck ran out in the last game, huh? You've got to be kidding me with that. I was pretty happy there for a while. Now I am extremely salty. The Chiefs beat the Lions 38-35 in the Super Bowl. And we're on to season 4. Alright, so in free agency, we're going to be making 2 signings. One is Corey Clement, and the other is Miles Jack. So I think my plan here is to move Lawrence Montgomery to a defensive end spot. You know what? Let's stick him at right end for now. We'll see what happens in the draft. But we're going to move... I guess we'll move Miles Jack to left outside linebacker. And that'll help us out a little bit. So after that absolute flop in the conference championship, I'm going all out. So I'm trading up to number 1, actually, from 30. So just to make it a little bit more fair, I'm including my first-round pick next year, too, and Vernon Hargreaves. Partly because he's the worst out of my top 4 corners, and he's also up for contract extension this coming year. So I'm definitely fine with getting rid of him at this point in time. And there's a player that I really would like to have at number 1. Alright, and I made one more trade to get back into the end of the first round. All right, guys, so here is this year's draft. Dewan Knox, this was the guy that I really wanted at number 1. He was the second best player in the draft, one of the guaranteed. All right, guys, it is actually 6 hours later as of now, but hopping back into this. So I just took a look at the trade block just to make sure I'm at 53 men on the roster. And when my number 1 team need is wide receiver, and I have a 99, a 97, and a 94, and an 81 at receiver, I think we're doing pretty good. So I don't think that I showed the Season 4 roster here, but this is it. So who do we get in the offseason? We got Corey Clement, I believe. Signed a couple of backups here and there. And of course, we got Dewan Knox. Starting at right end, we got Lawrence Montgomery playing left end, Miles Jack playing left outside linebacker. We're looking pretty good. I am doing one thing differently than I usually do, though, and I'm keeping 4 D tackles and only 2 quarterbacks. Reason for that is this Eric O'Neill guy. Pretty sure I drafted him as a right end or something. But he's a 77 at D tackle, and he's got pretty good stats already. He's pretty fast for D tackle as well. And since this guy's got slow, and since Gerald McCoy is getting up there in age, his overall's already dropped by 3 or 4 points. I'm going to keep this extra man. So, that's about it, actually. I think that's about all the roster changes. So let's get into the season, and hopefully we don't choke like last year. So, listen. This season did not go as expected, unfortunately. We went 7-9. Yeah, I don't know how that happened. We had the best offense in the league and the worst, bro. How? Literally, how do we have the worst defense in the league? Oh, Jameis Winston out here playing like an MVP candidate, and our defense just cannot play. Makes no sense to me why our defense sucks. But, all right, let's go over some stats. Jameis Winston, 5,200 yards, 39 touchdowns, 20 picks. He really does like throwing picks. But I think this is his highest completion percentage of his career at 68, which is really nice to see. Ronald Jones, by far the best year he's ever had. 1,200 yards, 17 touchdowns, 1 fumble. Corey Clement, very nice backup role, 11 touchdowns as well. Receiving, Chris Godwin went off. 114 catches, 1,350 yards, 12 touchdowns. Mike Evans, 95 catches, 1,000 yards, 9 TDs. Marquise Brown, 89 catches, almost 1,300 yards, and 6 touchdowns. As for the O-line, Isaiah Wynn still letting up 15 sacks. Not great. Defense, though, led by Trey Lamar, 132 tackles, and he also had 2 picks. Sacks led by Dewan Knox with 10.5. He also had a pick, which is pretty cool. CJ Henderson, though, had 5 picks. Malcolm Hart had 4. Eric Reed with 3. A few guys with 2. A few guys with 1. Kicking was atrocious. Punting, the net average is bad. That's not good. It seems we could use some help there. We did have a kick return touchdown with Marquise Brown. No punt return touchdowns, though. So let's look at awards. MVP goes to Le'Veon Bell of the 8-8 Steelers. That's dumb. Jameis Winston comes in 9th. Okay. Coach of the Year. There's no way. So the Rams go 9-6-1 this year. That's odd. Todd Gurley gets Offensive Player of the Year, though. We got Jameis Winston in 5th. Defensive Player of the Year. Apparently the Lions are actually good. Jared Davis and Denzel Perryman are 1-2 in there. We didn't even have anybody. They got Dez King and Quandre Diggs in there too. Oh my goodness. Offensive Rookie of the Year. We didn't really have any impact offensive rookies. Defensive Rookie of the Year, though, we barely missed out on. We came in 2nd. Vikings player got number 1. Best QB goes to Dak Prescott for some reason. He sucks. Jameis Winston in 2nd. Ronald Jones the second in 5th place for best running back. Best receiver, Chris Godwin, finishes in 2nd. My entire team just loves finishing in 2nd. Marquise Brown in 10th. Best O-line, we got Gayton in 5th and Isaiah Wynn in 10th. Best D-line, we got DeJuan Knox in 8th. Best LB, nobody. Best DB, CJ Henderson in 10th. Best kicker, there ain't no way in hell, boy. All right, well, how much XP we got? Got a little bit here and there. Chris Godwin got quite a bit. Jameis Winston got a bit. Ronald Jones got a bit. Okay, Lawrence Montgomery got a lot. What's this guy's first name? Dex Dixon got quite a bit as well. Corners got quite a bit. All right, well, that was an overall disappointment. Interesting Super Bowl matchup this year as the Titans beat the Saints 41-35. Alright guys, so here in free agency, we're going to be splurging a little bit. We're going to be signing this 96 overall strong safety, John Johnson III. It's going to be the last season, for one. And Eric Reed is getting up there in age. Definitely could use an upgrade there. I want to see what Hart's overall is going to be after I use that XP. But I honestly don't know why our defense was so bad last year. I could not tell you why. Maybe, hang on. Let's try to take a little bit of a look. So, okay. I want to see defense. A whole lot of pass yards. We were pretty average. Pretty average, middle of the pack in rush yards, but a whole lot of pass yards. We had the worst defense in terms of passing yards allowed, which with our corners, I don't know why that is. Maybe Vernon Hargreaves just played that big of a role in our defense as a 4th corner, but I don't know, dude. I really don't get it. Alright guys, so here after the draft, it was, I mean, I did the best that I could. We didn't have a first round pick, and apparently this was not the year to trade our first round pick. But we got a few good players. So this receiver right here was actually like number 13 in the draft or something like that. He's pretty good though. And then this receiver was like number 7 or 8. So the late round receiver snipes are real this time around. Got a good right guard. Got another good right guard. This corner is not as bad as he looks. He's got good coverage, good speed, decent excel, decent agility. I mean, the agility is not where I'd like it to be, but really this guy's only problem is play rec and awareness. That's basically his big issue. I don't think we actually got any quick dev or superstar dev players this draft, which is, I mean, it's whatever. We also took a kicker because we don't have a kicker on the roster, and this guy's actually not bad. We also took a punter. This was kind of a flyer. Not the one I should have gone with, it seems. So that was the draft, and hopefully this next season does not go like last one did. Alright guys, I do believe this is the final squad. Let me double check and okay, I'm at 50. Oh yeah, okay. I have an extra strong safety right now because I have Eric Reed on the trade block, so we're gonna see what happens. But this is basically the final squad. If we don't make the playoffs again like last year, like you know, I'm over it. Let's just see what happens, man. It was dumb last year. It was a fluke. It was a total fluke year. Because this is a damn good team, boys. Let me tell you. Like, A's across the board. And alright, let's get to it. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Let's go. So, if you saw that news story, Jameis Winston won MVP for the second time as we go 14-2. And that is exactly what I was hoping for. Just to show you, I did not cheat. I did not cheat. So we lost to the Panthers and the Redskins. So, great season. The best season we've had, actually. Let's look at these stats. Jameis Winston led the league in everything. Oh, my God. So we were first in offensive yards. Defensive yards isn't showing up, but it's very low. We might be first in that, too. 5,000 yards, 54 touchdowns, 12 picks, and that's also with throwing 4 picks in a game that I saw one time. 69% completion percentage. Again, that's his highest mark of his career. Ronald Jones, 1,500 yards and 13 touchdowns in the spread, dude. That's crazy. That is really good. That is actually insane. Chris Godwin actually didn't get 1,000 yards, I think, for the first time in his career. Almost 1,000 yards, though. Led our team in receptions, also had 13 touchdowns. Marquise Brown, almost 1,400 yards, 17 TDs. Mike Evans, 1,100 yards, 7 touchdowns. O.J. Howard had probably the best season of his career as well. As for blocking, much improved. 13 sacks in the season. On to defense, Trey Lamar had 7 picks, boys. Let's go. Sacks, DeJuan Knox, 15.5, led the team. Trey Lamar obviously led the team with 7 picks. C.J. Henderson with 5. Carlton Davis, 4. Miles Jack, 3. Couple guys, 2. Few guys, 1. Kicking was better. Punting was better. No kick return touchdowns. No punt return touchdowns. So we do know that Jameis Winston won MVP. Did we get Coach of the Year? Nope. Shiano's ghost. Forever haunting the Bucs. You know what I think it was last year, guys? I think what happened last year... Oh, look at that. Deshaun Watson's on the Chargers. I think what happened last year was everybody on our team got a bad case of MRSA. That's probably what happened. So Jameis Winston does win Offensive Player of the Year as well. Ronald Jones in 7th. Defensive Player of the Year we just miss out on. Trey Lamar in 2nd. DeJuan Knox also in 10th. Offensive Rookie. We really didn't have much in terms of that. We did have those 2 receivers, though. Jamal Swanson in 8th. Defensive Rookie, again, not much in terms of rookies this year. Best QB, of course, Jameis Winston. Who else but Jameis? Ronald Jones in 4th for Best Running Back. Best Receiver does go to Marquise Brown. Chris Godwin in 4th. And Mike Evans in 10th. Finally, we get some guys in Best O-Line. Gayton wins it. Isaiah Wynn in 2nd. Ali Marpet in 3rd. Daniel Mancuso in 4th. And Drew Rugamer in 7th. So our entire offensive line, our starting offensive line, made the top 10 list. Best D-line, we got DeJuan Knox at 4. Best LB, Trey Lamar does win that. That is very, very nice to see. C.J. Henderson in 7th for Best DB. And Brady Zeman in 5th for Best Kicker as well. So... extremely good season for the entire team all around, and we do have quite a bit of XP to spend here. So I'm gonna do that. We actually have a bye week. This is great news. All right, guys. So after using all of the XP, our team is an absolute god squad, boys. Like, look. Just look at this team, dude. This team is so sick, bro. So sick. I'm extremely happy with this team. And honestly, even if we don't win the Super Bowl this year, this was a successful rebuild because, Jesus, there's A's across the board, except kicker. But let's not talk about that. So anyway, let's get into this game. We're playing the Saints. They went 9-7. We, of course, went 14-2. We're at 95. They're on 94. So we're coming up on halftime here, and we're currently up 31-8. And it's looking like a blowout, boys. This is... oh, my goodness. We just keep piling it on, too. All right, now we're going to run the clock out. There we go. We score 52 points and only let up 21. Oh my God, he completed what? Where was that? 94% of his passes. Jameis Winston is a god. So is Ronald Jones, bro. 4 touchdowns. Oh my goodness. No sacks in the game entirely. C.J. Henderson got 4 picks in the game, dude. That just tied a record. That is insane. Wow. We out here breaking records. And by that I mean tying records, boys. Alright, this might be a test here. The Bears went 10-5-1. I think we might have played them in the regular season. I don't remember. But they're only an 89, dude. Let's get it. Let's get to the Super Bowl. Alright, we're coming up on halftime now. And we're currently up 13-7. And make it 20-7, 20-14. Oh, no. Stop that right now. No, hey, defense, play. I swear to God. Defense, offense. You gotta be fucking kidding me, dog. I hate this game, bro. You know what, boys? I don't even care. I'm calling this rebuild a win for me. I think it must be the curse of Greg Schiano that ruined our team, but this team is so good, dude. So good. Yeah, anyway, so here's the offense if you want to pause it and take a closer look. And here is the defense. So, absolute God Squad, boys. I hope you did enjoy. It was a very up and down rebuild. I know we didn't win the Super Bowl, but I still hope it was enjoyable for you guys to watch. And if it was, make sure to hit that like button. Let me know. Also, leave a comment if you did enjoy. And, you know, the other stuff YouTubers say. Subscribe if you're new. Subscribe if you enjoyed, if you haven't already. That's going to do it for me, guys. Hope y'all have a good one, unlike myself, for losing in the playoffs multiple times. This game sucks, bro.